The Comprehensive Chronicle of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769, in Ajaccio, Corsica. His early education was influenced by his father's ambition and his mother's strict discipline, setting the foundation for his future leadership skills and strategic mindset. Napoleon's family background was deeply rooted in Corsican heritage. His father, Carlo Bonaparte, was a lawyer and political figure, while his mother, Letizia, instilled in him resilience. This blend of influences shaped his character and ambitions. At age 9, Napoleon was sent to mainland France for military schooling. His sharp intellect and determination quickly distinguished him, propelling him through the ranks. His education at Brienne and the École Militaire laid the groundwork for his military prowess. During the Siege of Toulon in 1793, Napoleon's strategic brilliance came to the forefront. As an artillery commander, his innovative tactics led to a decisive victory. This success marked his rise and earned him a promotion to brigadier general. The Italian campaigns further cemented Napoleon's reputation. Commanding the French army, he achieved significant victories against Austrian forces. His leadership and strategic acumen during these campaigns not only expanded French territories, but also elevated his status as a military genius. Napoleon's Egyptian expedition aimed to disrupt British trade routes and expand French influence. The Battle of the Pyramids showcased his tactical brilliance, where he decisively defeated the Mamluks and solidified his reputation as a formidable military leader. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone during the Egyptian campaign was a significant archaeological breakthrough. This artifact, bearing inscriptions in Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphics, eventually enabled scholars to decipher ancient Egyptian script, revolutionizing the field of Egyptology. Upon returning to France, Napoleon orchestrated the coup of 18 Brumaire, overthrowing the Directory. His strategic acumen and support from key military figures allowed him to establish himself as the first consul, marking the beginning of his ascent to absolute power. Napoleon's establishment of the consulate brought stability to post-revolutionary France. He implemented a series of reforms aimed at strengthening the central government, revitalizing the economy, and restoring public order, laying the groundwork for his future imperial ambitions. Under the consulate, Napoleon undertook significant reforms in the economy, education, and law. He centralized financial institutions, established a state-controlled education system, and codified laws. These initiatives not only stabilized France, but also ensured lasting influence on European governance. The Napoleonic Code modernized French law, emphasizing equality before the law, property rights, and secular authority. This legal framework replaced feudal laws and influenced legal systems worldwide, establishing principles still recognized in modern civil law jurisdictions. Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in 1804, signaling a return to monarchical rule. This act consolidated his power and sought to legitimize his authority, blending revolutionary ideals with traditional monarchical elements to stabilize his regime. Napoleon's marriage to Josephine was initially a passionate union, but their relationship strained over time, partly due to her inability to produce an heir. Their eventual divorce allowed Napoleon to marry Marie-Louise, seeking a dynastic alliance with Austria. The Third Coalition formed against France included Britain, Russia, Austria, and Sweden. This alliance aimed to curb Napoleon's expanding influence in Europe. Despite their combined efforts, Napoleon's military strategies often outmaneuvered the coalition forces. The Battle of Austerlitz in 1805 showcased Napoleon's tactical genius. Facing a numerically superior coalition force, Napoleon executed a masterful plan, leading to a decisive victory. This triumph solidified his reputation and further consolidated his control over Europe. Napoleon's continental system aimed to weaken Britain through economic isolation, blocking trade and cutting off British goods from Europe. The embargo sought to cripple British industry and force a surrender, but it strained relations with neutral and allied nations alike. The Peninsular War saw Napoleon's forces embroiled in a brutal, protracted conflict in Spain and Portugal. Guerrilla warfare, local resistance, and British support under Wellington turned the region into a quagmire, draining French resources and exposing strategic vulnerabilities. Napoleon's invasion of Russia in 1812 marked a turning point. The massive Grand Armée faced harsh resistance, logistical nightmares, and the brutal Russian winter. The Battle of Borodino was indecisive, and the subsequent retreat decimated Napoleon's once mighty forces, leading to catastrophic losses. The retreat from Moscow was a disastrous march through freezing temperatures and hostile territory. Starvation, disease, and relentless Cossack attacks decimated the French troops. The campaign's failure shattered Napoleon's invincibility and emboldened his enemies across Europe. Exiled to Elba after the Treaty of Fontainebleau in 1814, Napoleon's rule was restricted but resilient. He reformed the island and maintained a small army, plotting his return. His escape from Elba and subsequent 100 Days' reign showcased his unyielding ambition and strategic prowess. Napoleon's return from exile on Elba, known as the 100 Days, saw him swiftly regain power in France. He rallied support, reassembled his loyal troops, and reinstated reforms, reigniting hope and apprehension across Europe, setting the stage for conflict. The Battle of Waterloo marked the culmination of Napoleon's brief resurgence. Despite his strategic acumen, the combined might of British and Prussian forces led to his ultimate defeat. This pivotal battle ended his rule and reshaped Europe's political landscape. Following his defeat at Waterloo, Napoleon was exiled to St. Helena, a remote island in the South Atlantic. This final exile was markedly more isolating, stripping him of any possibility of return and confining him to a life of reflection. On St. Helena, Napoleon spent his days writing and contemplating his past. His reflections, documented in numerous writings, offer a profound insight into his thoughts on leadership, governance, and the tumultuous events that defined his reign. Napoleon's death on St. Helena in 1821 sparked numerous theories about its cause, ranging from stomach cancer to poisoning. His passing marked the end of an era, leaving a complex legacy that continues to intrigue historians and scholars worldwide. Napoleon's legacy in modern Europe is profound, influencing legal systems, administrative frameworks, and national identities. His Napoleonic Code remains a foundational legal document in many countries, promoting principles of equality and justice that continue to shape contemporary governance and civil society. Napoleon revolutionized military strategy and tactics, introducing concepts like corps organization and rapid maneuver warfare. His innovations have been studied and emulated by military leaders worldwide, cementing his reputation as one of history's greatest military minds, whose ideas persist in modern armed forces. Politically and socially, Napoleon's reforms left an indelible mark on Europe. His policies on education, infrastructure, and centralized administration laid the groundwork for modern statecraft. Though controversial, his efforts to modernize and consolidate power have influenced subsequent governance models and political thought. Culturally, Napoleon's era inspired a wealth of art and literature. His dramatic life and campaigns have been depicted in countless works, from grand paintings to epic novels, reflecting his complex legacy and the enduring fascination with his persona in various creative expressions. Historians and scholars continue to debate Napoleon's role and impact, offering diverse interpretations of his reign. Some view him as a visionary reformer, while others see him as a power-hungry autocrat. This ongoing discourse highlights his multifaceted legacy and its relevance to contemporary historical analysis.